Assalamu alaikum. Sorry for being little late, and been covering a lot of news since morning. One of the biggest news, if you have not heard about it yet, is TikTok is banned in Pakistan. And in the early part of my conversation, for a few minutes, I'm going to talk about the outcome of this ban and how the YouTubers gonna benefit from this ban. So, uh, look, let me tell you clearly, this TikTok ban is an opportunity for a lot of YouTubers. And if by any chance you have not yet started and created your YouTube channel, now's the time. Because a lot of traffic from TikTok is gonna divert to YouTube, and YouTube is literally having a ball of its life. It all started with a huge traffic coming from all over the world when the pandemic struck. Ever since March, when the world has been suffering, and because a lot of countries have exercised lockdowns, people were forced to stay inside their houses and homes, and all they could do was consume content on YouTube. So YouTube viewership, all of a sudden, surged to a heights of unimaginable uh, length, and a lot of people have benefited. I'll be honest, as a content creator, as an instructor who teaches different uh, things on um, YouTube channels. I've got two YouTube channels. For those who do not know about my other YouTube channel, the main YouTube channel, and if you look at the silver button in the background, that channel name is Hisham Server. It's in Urdu, and I teach pretty much the same things which I have taught here in the last 3 weeks. And precisely, by the way, it's Friday night. Thanks God, it's Friday, right? And we have come this far, says a lot about our achievement. Because when I started conducting these trainings on this channel, I was of the opinion that somewhere in the mid of second week, the traffic will dramatically drop. But that hasn't happened. And luckily, we have been able to come this far, third weekend of of the third week of training, and still we are growing, and still people are watching it. I mean, not as much as uh, we saw the traffic on the first 2 days, but that's fine, right? No problems. At least it hasn't dropped out as badly as I anticipated. So back to TikTok. TikTok is actually this ban is actually a lot of opportunity for YouTubers, because all the TikTok uh, loyal audience and the content creators, they're gonna jump to YouTube, and all of a sudden, as a blogger, as a YouTuber, I expect a lot of competition. But then, knowing that the quality of content created on TikTok by far was, of third category. That's third grade, to say the least. And people who join YouTube specifically for getting fame and getting viewership, they'll have to do a lot of efforts, because YouTube is a 360-degree different platform than TikTok. It doesn't focuses on you creating a short videos. It's a lengthy video platform. A lot of copyright issues. You can't just rip off someone's music and act on that music. That's what those saste TikTokers were doing, sasti adakari. But I tell you one thing: even if those folks, those content creators, even if they jump on YouTube, if you guys start today, if you create quality content, I tell you on YouTube, it literally sells. There's a there's a whole wide range of examples I can give you here about um, quality YouTube content, starting from uh, Tony Robbins, moving down to Trevor Noah. Then in Pakistan, we've got Qasim Ali Shah. I don't agree with a lot of content of Qasim. If I put this, let me put this in perspective, and especially when yesterday I saw a program that their foundation is introducing a training for YouTubers, and of course it's a paid training. Nothing against it, but I mean it's business at the end of the day. In India, there's Sandeep Maheshwari. I mean, Sandeep is he's a champion. There are a lot of good YouTubers here in Pakistan. I mean, when I talk about my community, of course, the Masters of Masters. That's Imran Ali Dina. Then there's HBA. That bloke is doing pretty good work. Uh, Taimur Pardesi, he's doing a good job. There's a lady named Mariam. She's doing a good job. Video Ali Sarkar. I'm not gonna if you're looking towards me and waiting for me to talk about Saad Rahman and Ducky and all that stuff. Sorry, that doesn't even fall in my category. They are actually the stars of. They're actually the TikTokers of YouTube. Let's put it in this perspective. I mean, if I look at the content and the selection of words I see on Adil Akram, Junaid Akram, sorry, I don't even know the guy's name, and Junaid Akram, and if talk about the Ducky Bhai, and if you talk about Froggy, Shahmad Reis, and then even when you talk about Vakar Saka, the content and the language used in content, you probably could go bizarre and happy when you hear the news that TikTok is banned in Pakistan. But at the end of the day, you guys were no different than those content creators. I'm sorry. I mean, let's be honest about this. But at the same time, there are some other channels as well. I mean, like Sandeep, like Qasim, like Dekho Suno Jano, Faisal Wadaich. A lot of people are actually producing good content. So if you want to catch this wave, that's and I can assure you, it's going to be a rising up tide here. And if you can catch the wave, create your YouTube channel. I've taught you how to create a YouTube channel, and not only I've taught you how to create a YouTube channel. Yeah, of course, more is one. I've also told you how effectively you can rank your videos. Now, let me tell you something interesting. Nothing happens overnight, right? Nothing happens overnight. If you create a YouTube content and then you expect to get a lot of viewership as soon as yesterday, you're probably living in a fool's paradise. Don't expect a lot of traffic coming to you in the matter of hours, because you're no celebrity, you're no actor or a rock star who can gain a lot of viewership. So it all gets down to few small nitty gritty details you need to account for if you want to rank your YouTube channel. And that's how I ranked my first channel. The silver button is on the backdrop, and I'm about to hit almost 200K there. And I won't be surprised that if I hit 1 million by sometime next year. The way this channel is growing, 1 million seems to be the next milestone, and I'm looking forward to that. But let me tell you clear and upfront, on YouTube, don't go for fame. Don't run after it, would be the advice here. Focus on creating quality content, focus on educating people, focus on solving the problems. Because this how to and those five W's, when asked in the title, could probably fetch you some great viewership. And then if the quality of the content is good, remember the first 10 seconds determine if the user is going to stay for over a longer period of time on your video. And then at the same time, a lot of other important attributes such as light, such as the quality of the videos, such as the content creator themselves. They matter a lot actually. Don't expect somebody to get a good viewership if if they're not presentable, you know. So you got to be presentable. That's given. I mean, that's natural. If you want to make a perfect strike on YouTube, if you want to get a lot of viewership, if you want people to watch your videos for over a longer period of time, and the reason why I keep on saying for over a longer period of time is because YouTube recommends videos that have been watched for a longer period of time. So, for example, if a video length is around 8 to 12 minutes, and if somebody watches that video for around, let's say, 6 minutes, YouTube is inclined to navigate your video all the way to the recommendation tab, which essentially means that when you end up watching a video on YouTube, you see all those boxes, right? And in one of the boxes, YouTube might just recommend your video. It only happens if the content is good. It only happens if the video quality is good. It only happens if the thumbnail is good. It only happens if the title of the video answers a question or solves a problem. That's what gives someone an impression that look, that's fine. There's a reason why I should click on this thumbnail and watch this video, is because it probably is educating me about something. So, for example, if I and then of course using numbers in the title weighs in heavily if a user is going to click on a thumbnail and eventually going to watch this video. So if I put numbers in the title, and at the same time, if I ask a question in the title, that probably gives me an impression as a user that this video is going to give me an answer. For example, how to make money freelancing. Now, that's a simple question. This simple how gives me an impression that I'm struggling to learn how to do freelancing the easiest way, and this video probably could help me out, right? So that's one way to do it. And the second way to do it is to use the numbers in the video. 7 ways of making money on the internet. One of the biggest video that has done around 300K views on my main channel. That's about how I made money doing freelancing without a skill. Now, all of a sudden, you're grabbing the attention of people who do not have a computer skill, but they want to make money doing freelancing. So they might just be inclined to click on your thumbnail. Now, thumbnail actually plays a very instrumental role. If thumbnail is good, then all of a sudden people click on a thumbnail, and once they watch the first 10 seconds of the video, that's it. You have done your job. That is how I have upskilled my YouTube channels. It is all about the content. It's all about the quality of the video. It's all about thumbnail. Don't expect somebody to click on your video if the thumbnail is good for nothing. Why would somebody click on a video if the thumbnail doesn't even depict the content? They say judge book by its cover. So that's pretty much, it stands pretty much, it's true in the case of YouTube as well. The thumbnail determines if a user is going to click on it and if a user is going to watch this video. Now, money, solving a problem, giving an answer to something in a title could help you grab the attention of the users. What do I mean by this? So let me give you a few random examples about what I teach. How to rank your YouTube videos. Okay, that's fine. I generally get a perception that if I click on this video, it's going to teach me how to rank my YouTube video, how to make money doing freelancing on Upwork. Now, this guy's telling me how to do freelancing, make money out of it by doing this, freelancing thing, and how to do freelancing on Upwork, where I know from memory that a lot of people actually struggle to uh, get their account approved on Upwork. That's the biggest struggle, right? Because Upwork has been putting this ban culture uh, to all the new freelancers. How to rank my gig on Fiverr? $1 million question for all those who hate bidding on freelance projects. They love going to Fiverr, uploading a gig, and then they just pray to Almighty, the God, just give me few clients who could view my gig and place an order. Doesn't happen this way, my friend. But what if I create a video that specifically targets all those struggling freelancers who are who are trying to figure out how to get your gig ranked on Fiverr, how to get Fiverr buyer order request, okay, how to do social media marketing, how to create an officeless agency. This how itself is such a decisive word, if put in the title of the video, could probably bring in a lot of viewership. So that's the first thing. And then, of course, if you use numbers at the beginning of your title, 7 ways to become a decent commenter on a YouTube video. 2 reasons why people comment abruptly on someone's live stream. 7 ways of getting more viewers in your live stream. And the list goes on and on. TikTok ban is an icing to the cake, I tell you. Everybody who's watching this stream right now, this TikTok ban is a blessing in disguise. If I were you, without wasting a single time, I would go, brainstorm and try to identify a niche I want to create my YouTube channel about. Start writing the scripts. In my case, I don't even write script. I just appear live on a cam and I talk about whatever I want to talk about. So much for the confidence I've gained over the years for doing these live streams and appearing live on my YouTube, Facebook groups, pages, and pretty much used to it. But if you create your channel right now on YouTube, identify the target audience. In my case, I knew I'm going to appeal to all the struggling students who are trying to learn internet related businesses. So what we have done in the last 3 weeks precisely is we have discussed in detail the importance of freelancing and how you can freelance on different freelance marketplaces. We have discussed the importance of digital marketing, search engine optimization, how to rank your keywords using your blog post, e-commerce store. We talked about the importance of social media marketing and how you can, as an officeless agency, if you open a social media marketing agency, how you can help out all those struggling businesses who have been struggling badly amid COVID-19 ever since this pandemic struck the world. How you can use the power of Facebook that has got around 2.6 billion users, higher than the number of cars on the roads, planes in the sky all over the world. Why would you connect your Instagram business profile to your Facebook page? And how you can effectively advertise on your Facebook page and at the same time run your ad on Instagram. why you should do it at first place, because you think at the end of the day, after getting all these trainings, that it's pretty simple and easy. But let me show you, all those small businesses, if they were good enough in generating leads and sales for their business, they would not have been struggling with business at first place. So the answer is simple. They do not know how to use these mediums. Now you know how to use these mediums, right? And you can help them out. Then we talked about the importance of blogging, and I think everybody should blog. Blogging means you write about something you're most passionate about. And the advice here is pick a niche, uh, have a laser focus, and start writing about every important information you have about that particular niche. For example, if you pick cricket as a game, then talk about batting, talk about bowling, talk about fielding, talk about different stadiums, talk about different players, and that's about it. Now, here comes only teaching stupid guy again. And I'm so sick of this moron. Oh, God. Have to kick his ass out every now and then in my live stream. And for all those folks who are trying to spoil the fun here, stop doing it. I mean, I don't want to keep on banning everybody here because it really doesn't make any sense. We are here to have, some little training here and education. And trust me, regardless how super genius you are, all those foreigners trying to spoil the stream, you probably is still gonna yeah, that's nice. So you probably still would like to know about how to make money doing freelancing. Now, let me tell you something interesting. Nobody in this effing world knows it better than I do. Been doing it for the last 2 decades, have made over $1.5 million doing freelancing. And if you want to learn how to do it, you better shut your mouth, sit back, and watch this stream. I'm going to help you out. And if you are not even interested in getting a cent bit of information about different avenues of making money on the internet, just leave the stream. Nobody is asking you to stay glued to the screen and keep throwing in your bizarre comments. So much for being I'll stop here. Anyways, so back to the topic, blogging. Now, blogging should effectively, it should be effectively done using your own domain name. Get your own host. Start writing about something, and if you continuously write about something, I can tell you, Google in the long run would not even have a choice but to rank you for your business related keywords. And the reason why I say so is because if you know how to do it correctly at the first place, for example, before you even write about something and create a blog post, if you identify the different keywords based on their competition, based on their difficulty volume, and we have discussed that in detail in our previous training videos. And only by identifying your keywords, 3 for one blog post, and you start writing a blog post and inculcate all those keywords that could not only help viewer or reader read the whole blog content, but also you're helping the search engines, Google primarily, and helping Google to rank your blog post. Then you can actually monetize your blog post in 2 ways. A, you can sign up for Google Partner Program, that's called Google AdSense. And the second thing is, you can get a lot of sponsorship. So I get a lot of sponsorship on my blog post, beingguru.com. For example, if I take you to my blog, there we go, beingguru.com. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so that's the homepage, right? Now, anybody with the right frame of mind knows that this blog, an individual blog post, they get a lot of viewership, right? Now, what I do typically is I try to embed my YouTube videos in these blog posts. It's very simple. The reason why I get viewership is because I've been embedding Facebook videos from my Facebook page of Being Guru, and at the same time, sometimes I don't do it regularly with my Facebook videos. So sometimes I would embed a YouTube video in a blog post. Sometimes I would embed a Facebook video from my page in a blog post. Sometimes I don't do anything. I mean, I don't embed in any video. It's just a simple text post. But remember, it's all about exciting user, creating a good engagement, and then helping yourself in making money through Google Partner Program. So if I click on one of the blog posts, for example, TikTok is banned for immoral and indecent content in Pakistan. All those banner ads you see on the top, that's Google Partner Program. So there you go, new check. The same banner ad on the right hand side, it's a Google AdSense. It's the same which is on a tray at the bottom of this blog post, that's Google AdSense. This is how you make money doing blogging. I tell you, if you want to ace at internet related businesses in 2020, focus on all earning avenues. Focus on, hold on for a second, got to take this call and at least tell the caller that I am busy live doing something I really love. Okay. So every platform is an opportunity. YouTube is an opportunity. If you're good at something, probably vlogging, probably you're passionate about your chemistry, you're passionate about your maths. Why don't you just go pick up your cam, record a video, make sure the light is good, make sure the video quality is good, make sure you're presentable on the camera, and the way you make yourself presentable on the cam is by doing a lot of practice. Practice makes one perfect. So if you keep on doing something consistently over a period of time, you'll get better at it. I mean, be it something good, be it something bad, consistency is the key. So if you keep on doing something again and again without wasting a single time, uh, consistency is the key, my friend. I used to stammer a lot, and that stammering, when I was growing up as a teenager, gave a lot, a good impression to the people around me that public speaking is something I would never be able to attempt in my future. Kudos to internet. A decade later, not only I'm watched, but I'm actually shared a lot on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on Facebook. Uh, and the only way I got over my shortcoming of stammering and in my handicapness, shyness of facing camera and coming up with a regular content that could keep the users engaged was I actually created a lot of videos. So I would pick up my cam, appear in front of the mirror, and I would talk about different topics. I would talk about cricket. I would talk about Emmy Awards. I would talk about Oscars. I would talk about politics. And because of doing it regularly, again and again, consistency is the key. Pretty much in there. So if you want to be watched, If you want people on YouTube to stay engaged to your content, let me tell you, you can only do it if you give out the vibes of positivity. You're sharing something that's informative. You're educating people, and most importantly, the essence of infotainment precisely refers to the elements that do not only focus on the education, but at the same time, little tricks uh, up your sleeves, just to keep users engaged. For all of a sudden, if I say, "Hey, you in a blue shirt, can I have your attention?" And all of a sudden, somebody wearing a blue shirt, even though it's a virtual platform, um, would get alarmed. Is this guy talking to me? So that's infotainment for you. If cracking a joke every now and then, uh, you got to have a good sense of humor if you want people to listen to you. Because if you do not have a good sense of humor, it would make your days awfully long and nights awfully short. And I can assure you that nobody wants short nights. So when I was hired for this Pakistan's biggest virtual learning platform, DigiSkills, in a prime minister's event of inauguration conducted by Ignite, which is the party, the third governing party that has initiated this amazing program. I met Prime Minister, and then after meeting Prime Minister, came across Minister for Information and Technology, Anusha Raman. And she stopped me there, and I was having my little slice of pizza it was, and she stopped me. Look, Hisham, lot of eyes are on you. Since you are the front face of DigiSkills, if you don't do it correctly, son, you're screwing this up. But if you do it correctly, a lot of people are not only going to benefit from this free program, but you'll be an overnight hit, a celebrity. And here I was thinking out loud, trying to foresee the future, that what if I do it all correctly for 240 odd videos, that if I'm somehow able to educate masses about freelancing, how to make money on the internet, if I'm able to, not only educate them, but also motivate and inspire them to start their career as a freelancer, um, I could be a hit. Not all heroes wear medals. Not all heroes wear uniforms. So there and then, right in the middle of lunch, here I am sweating literally in the month of March, in the month of year where it's winters, and March it's pretty cold here. And remember, March in Islamabad is actually more cooler. And then in the Prime Minister house, Hisham is just sweating. My goodness. What if this thing goes wrong? People are going to kill me here. So what should I do? I cannot appear in front of cam acting like a traditional teacher, telling and educating kids, hey folks, this is tractor. It has got 2 wheels on the front, 2 wheels on the rear. And if you turn the ignition on, this tractor starts moving. And if you put it in the first gear, it starts moving forward. And if you put it in the reverse gear, it starts moving backwards. People wanted to learn something different in an unorthodox way. So what do I need to do? I need to have something done differently than the traditional and typical teachers if I want to grab attention of the audience. And mind you, in every batch, they've got around 80 to 85,000 people from all across Pakistan signing up for this program. And they come from different cultures, from different ethnic backgrounds, from different religions. Uh, and then everybody doesn't have the same sense of humor. So you've got to be watchful of not overstepping the line, the thick line that defines you between, decency and being at, uh, being cool enough to make sure that you've got their attention, and at the same time, uh, what if I end up educating them in a way that the environment is kept light, mood probably set to jolliness, and what if I end up doing this? This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. This is going to be amazing fun. So how do I do it? I surely want to be different than the typical online instructors, because teaching in a brick and mortar class, standing in front of 50 odd students, is absolutely different thing. But when you are appearing on a cam and training hundreds and thousands of people, everybody from a different cultural background, you got to do something interesting to grab their interest. Sure. So I went to Yusuf Sali. He's the grandson of Allama Iqbal in Lahore. Most of you who are from Punjab would probably, know Yusuf Sali, and they're familiar with his family background. He's grandson of late Allama Iqbal. So I went to Sali Bhai and I told him about my specific problem. That look, I want to do something different. Now, since you have been involved with media and entertainment all throughout your life, and you have been involved in preserving uh, the versa of the country, the folk music, and the old music culture. Give me some handy tips that could help me in educating people where not only they stay glued to the screens, but they also learn something from me. Pakistan stands at number fourth position as a top freelancing producing country. And my aim is by the end of third month, which is 12 weeks on a trot, I want to make an impact not only in people's life, but I also want to make sure that our foreign exports increase. This is the only way of judging my performance. I'm least bothered about how many of thousands of people actually end up, finishing the whole training. If they watch all the way till end, thank you very much. That's a favor done, and a justice done to what ever I've tried to educate people through my video training. But even if they don't, what if even by watching half of my videos, half of my trainings, they get started on different freelance marketplaces, they sign up and they start making money? Interesting. So Yusuf Bhai referred me to guess whom? I would like to know in the comment section. Do you have any idea who was that one guy that helped me a lot in learning the essence and importance of uh, infotainment in video? Do you have any idea who was that guy who helped me a lot? Amanullah. Allah jannat naseeb kare yaar unko. So I was sent to Amanullah Saab. And Amanullah Saab, what a funny character that guy was. I mean, a great sense of humor. I've never come across somebody with such an amazing sense of humor. And Aman Saab highlighted the importance of, you know, recording videos in a way that not only they educate, but they also, the video also has a, it's created in a lighter mode, and it shows some sense of humor um, on the creator's part. Okay, I'm not Faisalabadi. I do not even know how to do this jugatbazi. So what do I need to do? Fine. So what I do is I start watching a lot of Travel Noah late night shows, and in every show he comes up with a lot of amazing content. Sometimes he's grilling US president, sometimes he's talking about issue and presenting that issue in a very funny way, that not only it educates masses about the importance of that issue, but it also, he's also able to, get a lot of viewership. Then I watch a lot of Fluffy's content. For those who do not even know who Fluffy is, I want you to go to YouTube and type in Gabriel Iglesias. Gabriel is a fat guy from Mexico living in US, and he's got this channel where he's, he's corrected himself as Fluffy. And I came across a video where Fluffy goes to India, and the way he presents that Indian culture. Sir, thank you very much. Take me to the airport, and that's how generally, they speak with a lot of head movement. So that's how it is, right? So I started watching a lot of humorous content, funny content, entertainment, and that actually geared me up for my videos on DG skills. Not only it helped me in creating a content that's good enough for people to watch, but at the same time, it has a sense of infotainment. And infotainment precisely refers to having a good sense of humor and conveying your point of view across in a funny, humorous way that it grabs the attention of the viewers. Remember, it's not a brick and mortar class where a teacher comes in, stands in front of 50-yard students, and you're speaking to everybody in person. No, that doesn't happen on a virtual platform. So all of my videos had something somewhere in the video, every individual video, that probably created an excitement for the people to stay glued to their screens and watch out for the next episode. Call it luck, call it the power of content, call it sheer coincidence, but I did end up teaching 1.3 million people. And not only taught those 1.3 million people, but majority of them kick-started their online earning career. They learned a lot about freelancing. That probably was the stepping stone in the world of internet money, internet businesses, where they, navigated their way to further earning avenues such as social media marketing, digital marketing. And then I had to grab their interest, because anybody who's watched my DigiSkills video would probably head to the social media, and they'll probably look up Hisham server and find out if I'm on social media. Hi, how in this world I could miss this chance of not being found. So here I am on social media page, Facebook. Here I am on YouTube. Here I am on Instagram. Here I am on LinkedIn. Catch me if you can. वैसे भी एक बात डायलॉग तो उर्दू में ही बोलने का मजा आएगा. डॉन के पीछे तो 12 मुल्कों की पुलिस पड़ी हुई है, पर डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है. राइट? सो अब क्या हुआ? अब ये हुआ कि द पीपल हु वर ट्राइंग टू सर्च मी ऑन सोशल मीडिया, they came across different platforms, and they've been adding me ever since, and that actually increased the viewership. Look, my friend, there are two ways of making an impact using YouTube. A, you are fame, you cash on your fame, you're famous enough, and by cashing on to your fame, I would refer to you being a rock star, a movie star, an actor, or an entertainer, or whatever you are. So you can surge to a lot of viewership in no time. Shoaib Akhtar is probably the fastest to grow to 1 million users in no time. I think it was a matter of months before he got 1 million viewers and subscribers, right? That's not going to happen in your case. So we got to do something different. And that difference is the power of content, my friends. If your content is strong enough, if your content is engaging enough, if your content is something that can excite people not only to view it, but also share and refer it to other people, this means you have done something amazing. You have done something extraordinary. If you want to ace at YouTube channel, start creating content that's even worth watching. That is the only way you can differentiate your channel from the others. The way Dekho Suno Jano gained a huge, massive popularity over a period of 2.5 years is precisely focused on the quality of their content. Content could make people your brand loyal, or it could literally put you off. That's about it. There's nothing more beyond this point. Now, how do you create content? I've in one of my social media videos, it was not actually a video. It was a post where I remember, not sure about the exact words, but I remember putting up something about Moro, where, and that goes like, पाकिस्तान में सबका कंटेंट एक तरफ, मोरो का कंटेंट एक तरफ. Why am I such a big fan of Moro? The reason why I like Moro's content is because it's an amazing script. The guy spends a lot of time in fine-tuning his script and then literally acing it on a video. The reason why movies, the reason why songs, they're able to grab the interest of the viewers is because if it is a nice script, you've already created a hook. Absolutely, I agree with Abu Huraira. पैसे दे के content होता है मोरो का. I mean, this guy is freaking genius, yaar. Absolutely genius. The way he creates his content and the way he builds the sensation as you continue watching his videos, it's just so nicely built up that I'm yet to find someone in Asia with such a amazing and a powerful content than Moro's content. Right? So start writing scripts, and do not appear on camera without a script. Because if you want people to watch your YouTube videos without a nice script, without nice aided graphics and videos and animation, listen, nobody's gonna watch you for this. Nobody's gonna even spend their 1 second watching your content. A powerful content is a recipe for grabbing users' interest, and a powerful content comes with a good script. In case of Sandeep, let me tell you, Sandeep is well learned, and Sandeep talks about real life examples. So he's one of the rare motivational lot uh, that not only talks about igniting a passion that probably is lying dormant inside somebody, and convincing them to go all heart out and do it. But at the same time, Sandeep probably talks with his experience, and that's what differentiates his content from others. Cult of personality, yeah, Jane, that's a good one. And then watch art, yeah, yeah. So, anyways, I'm a big fan of Trevor Noah. I love Trevor Noah's content because the way he tears apart something he doesn't like about. For example, Donald Trump is his number one uh, topic for as a roaster, and the way he goes about roasting Donald Trump in his videos, this guy is amazing. Uh, Remember, infotainment is all about timing, my friends. If you do not crack a joke at the time when it matters the most, uh, you probably are not going to excite anybody here. I grew up watching a lot of Ronald Reagan's video. His epic humor about Russians, uh, growing up in an era where there was a Cold War between U.S. and Russia. Remember that moon landing, and remember that the Cuban Missile Crisis. Uh, One lesson I learned from President Reagan book, his life in Oval Office for 8 years, I learned that the guy had a great sense of humor. He would not only crack a joke when it mattered, but at the same time, the guy somehow was able to convey his point of view across in a very lighter way by keeping the mood light. So that's what engaging content on YouTube is. You got to uh, keep users engaged to continue, not not only to continue, watch your YouTube videos, but at the same time inclined, pushed to share it on their social media accounts. That's what epicness. That's what height of delight is to me for having a good YouTube channel. So let's recap it, my friends. It all starts with a good title, use of uh, five W's and one H. What, where, when, why, how. So that's five W's and one H. Using numbers in the title, 5 ways of making money on the internet. Uh, a good thumbnail, a crisp thumbnail, a thumbnail that's not only interesting enough, but also convinces people to click on that video. And remember, the first 10 seconds of the video is where you make or break it. So if the first 10 seconds of the video is good enough to grab the user's interest, you have gained it. People will continue watching this video for over a longer period of time, and the aim is to have them watch your video for over a longer period of time, because when they watch it for a longer period of time, YouTube begins to recommend your videos to other users. Just like in this case of this live stream, we see a lot of people coming in, poking their nose in the comment section, irrelevant commenting as well. But the reason why they've got to know about this video is it is A, getting a lot of viewership, and B, YouTube is recommending this video to these people. And then when they come in and they find out, okay, no, that's not something of my interest. And then, of course, everybody keeps on throwing the comment that's irrelevant in the stream, but that's fine. Nobody worries about it. But I have shown you the live example of how to engage users and, let them, not only throw in comments, but make them watch your video for over a longer period of time. Even they might just be doing it for the fun sake, but for the YouTube, it's just a viewer staying on your video for over 5 minutes. That's it. Who cares about 22 dislikes, my friend? What matters the most is I've been able to have their attention. And I've been doing this for almost 1 hour, right? And not only they have stayed on this video for over a longer period of time, but they've also been, they've been throwing in the comments. A job well done. What else do you wish to learn about YouTube ranking? Content is the key. Content is the new oil. Content is the new oil. Now, for all those folks who are trying to figure out what are we discussing in this video, now let me tell you, I'm an instructor who talks about different internet money-making opportunities. I talk about freelancing. I talk about blogging. I talk about social media marketing. I teach digital marketing, blogging, YouTube, and what else? What else? Oh yeah, digital products. So that's what we have been doing for 1 hour precisely, and that's what we have been doing for the last 3 weeks, every single day, Monday to Saturday. So all of a sudden, when I think when I started addressing those foreigners, they just left the stream, but that's fine. I actually didn't see the comment section. I was actually so focused in explaining the attributes of a good YouTube video and how I learned to appear in front of cam and make my content engaging. Must have done something, right? That I ended up teaching 1.3, and by the time the contract ends for the DigiScale, which is of course 2021, so there are 3 more batches to come, I would have taught around 2 million people in the country. 2 million people in the country. Do you have any freaking idea what does that number mean? It means that no ever instructor in the history of Asia, count India in, has taught more people than I would have by the end of 2021. Infotainment is the key. If you want people to keep watching you and your content, you've got to factor in the importance of infotainment. Nobody's going to watch your video if it's good for nothing. Nobody's going to keep coming back and watch your content, whatsoever your niche or area of focus or expertise is, if you can't even keep them glued to their screens and have them watch your videos. In the process, you'll get haters. That's fine. Who cares about haters? In your journey to success, always remember these 3 things. First, you got to get started. Don't be afraid of naysayers. That's the second thing. And the third thing is consistency is the key. Now, if I try to explain these 3 points one by one, first being you've got to get started means if you plan to do something, then make a plan about it. And making a plan essentially refers to when we were discussing this uh, YouTube thing, we discussed the importance of writing a good script when we talked about Moro, right? So, by planning, I essentially refer to the importance of writing down every single detail about what you want to do and how you want to do, when you want to do, where you want to do, and uh, how you want to do, why you want to do it. There's so many questions you need to ask yourself when you're in at the planning phase. The second thing you want to pay a lot of attention to is when you get over this first phase, and the first phase is about you got to get started. Then you actually get started in the journey and your pursuit to achieve your goals. You're gonna come across a lot of jackasses, and you're gonna come across a lot of stupids. They're gonna do whatever they can in their capacity to push you down and pin you down to the point where you literally fall flat on your face. That's where you need to get up, dust off yourself, and tell them that it doesn't matter how hard you hit, but it's all about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Because stupids come in all forms and shapes and types. Never be afraid of naysayers. Winston Churchill says that in your journey to success, if you address every dog barking at you, you're going to be distracted from your original goal. And that is, you've got to achieve something. And that's why, you're on your way to something. Never pay attention to the naysayers. They come in all forms and phases. That's where my favorite quote about Rocky Balboa, which is, while giving a motivational pep talk to his son, he goes like, "World ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a tough, nasty, and a mean place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. Now you, me, and ain't nobody can hit as hard as life. But it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Now, if you know your worth, go out and take the hit. That's how winning is done. That's how you differentiate a loser from a winner. Consistency, continuity, don't stop. That is the word here. And the third thing is, of course, if you stop, you don't move forward. Consistency is the key. Keep hammering the nail in on the wall, and sooner or later it will just get in there. You're able to penetrate the wall just because you have been consistently, continuously striking the nail with the hammer. That is how the world begins to acknowledge you for who you are. When I started this freelancing journey in 1998, little did I know about the about the future, but I just kept doing something to to begin with. I was doing a lot of favor to myself because I wanted to make ends meet, right? And the second thing was in a pursuit to happiness, because I was doing something that made me happy rather than doing something that makes somebody else happy. Why would I pay attention to what people want me to do? Why would I even do something I don't feel happy in doing that thing? Why would I spend my time in doing something that doesn't excite me? Against all odds, predominantly went on and did something that actually excited me rather than doing something that's more for a people's satisfaction. And how do I end up? 2 decades later comes in 2015. The world is talking about Hisham Sarwar, the freelancer, ranked as the first Pakistani top seed for good on 12 weeks. And that's no joke, folks. You're talking about the competition among 3 million freelancers. Featured in the Hall of Fame on world's largest freelance marketplace, Guru.com, with my country's flag to it, a flag that I would wear with pride as long as I'm alive. First Pakistani who's made over $1 million in sales doing freelancing. Little did I know when I started this journey in 1998. No, not by any stretch of imagination. But the reason why I was able to achieve what I have achieved is because I was resilient enough to stay firm on my stance of not being shaken up by any storm. And not only I was resilient enough in my stance, but I wanted to do something for the people, paying back to the community. That comes in when you achieve something, and I think it's a forte of the people who value their journey, respect their struggle, and honor their hardships. That's what makes you a champion, my friends. Champions are not born overnight. They sail their way through the storm, hanging in there despite all odds, and ensuring that not only they're going to hit the finish line, regardless of whatsoever that may come their way. You only lose when you lose to yourself. That's how you are defeated. And losing is not a bad thing, my friends. Let me tell you, to all the students who are watching this stream right now, losing is not a bad thing. Remember, as long as you can assess the reason of your failure, if you can identify why did you lose at first place, what was those factors that didn't let you win, by assessing the reason of your failure, you're giving yourself a fair chance of coming back at your thing. And I tell you, if you know the reason of your failure in life, in your business, personal, professional life, whatsoever it is, boy, the next time you're gonna be a tough nut. Hard to crack, difficult to defeat. Start YouTubing, folks. Start working on the internet. It's a long weekend for me. There's no class tomorrow. So I'll see you guys on Monday, back with freelancing class. And for all the naysayers who have been dropping in their bombshells of irrelevant commenting, losers, you still lost it. I still ended up engaging a lot of people to this content. And trust me, if you want to learn, subscribe this channel. This probably would be one of the best decisions you would ever have made in your life. Adios. Bye for now.